Hello there. How are you guys?
Hello.
Yeah,
Hey,
know
hey.
I have to do my accent, right?
Well, it's quite all right.
So,
Right.
listen, happy Sunday, everybody.
Happy
Happy
Sunday.
Happy
Sunday. Happy
Sunday.
Happy
Sunday.
Sunday. So, listen, today we're going to talk about what were they saying in those lyrics. Everybody, we have Erika Howell from Finally Heard podcast. We have Oh Boy
Oh.
from They Not Like Us. And then we have Byron McClendon with us today. Woo! I'm so excited to introduce our guest today.
Yes,
So,
sir.
Byron, you got to tell them at least where you from before we go into the theme song.
Where I'm from. So I am, just so I don't know if everyone's heard of the group UNV. Well, I was had the opportunity to be a part of the second phase of the group. Shout out to my man John Powell. John Powell
Okay.
for giving me, he's the founder of UNV. I appreciate him giving me the opportunity to be a part of that group's legacy, which is a great legacy. My man, he's still doing his thing today.
Okay.
So again, shout out to him. I definitely appreciate we've done some great things together. So I'm very
That's what's
appreciative of him.
up.
Yeah.
I can't wait to
So,
show people your pictures and tell them what
hey.
song you were known for. Look.
Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go.
So, without further ado and diving into it, guys, where are we going today?
All the way there.
It's
All the way
all the
there.
way there.
We
Yeah.
definitely going all the way there.
Where are we going today? All the way there.
Hello, everybody. So, I still be jamming backstage anyway, as
I,
old as that song
me
is.
too. I be.
Love that. Love that.
Hey, it's the jam, right?
It is the box.
So,
Young folks.
Erica, before we jump into the icebreaker, we have Byron with us today, and we'll give you a little snippet of where
Hold on.
Byron.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to steal his thunder, but I,
What
I
up?
must say that there was many points in my early R&B career that I could have felt like I could have been in the group because the way I harmonized with lately I've been thinking.
Okay, so you,
I'm
so
sorry.
okay, so you,
That you don't feel the same, the
Man,
same,
we gonna
the
sign you up.
same, the
I'm about to call
same.
Jay right. I'm about to call Jay right now, man.
you
See,
gonna,
Don't,
hold on, let me tell my
don't
wife.
embarrass yourself.
he about to get a career up in this boy. So, but Byron, I mean, I would rather hear you do 20 seconds or 15 seconds. Can you do that for us?
I can do it. So everybody remembers again like what we were known for, and that was the song. Something's going on. The love we used to share was strong. Falling out of love with you, and I don't know what to do. Woo, woo.
Man,
I
listen,
need
Where
her.
did I
listen.
Hey,
go
he was like, I need a good
Hold on.
wrong? Tell
I
me,
love it.
what mistake did I make? Did I make? Oh, baby. Now, is there someone else you found to take my place?
That's what's up. That's what's up. I just remember that one part
sing,
that used to come in because
listen.
I need a good woman.
That
Remember
right.
that?
And
That
that's
took me,
my boy Jay would take it there.
that took me back. That song had one of the best intros.
Man,
ever.
it really did. And if
That
people
when you
are
just in the car, but like everybody had that part. The same.
yes, they was harmonizing, weren't they? And
They
the
wasn't.
one part he sung in that's the part. I was like, okay, all I know. But if people just to give them a little memory, this is the group that used to be the jam. Okay. Clean up
Oh man,
good.
who
Clean
was
up
that
good.
guy right there? Phase
I
2 of this group
see
was
you.
great.
I'm like,
But
y'all, this was a good group. That was some good music. I don't care what people say. The 90s to me, and I know people talk about you know, they had a different eras of music, but maybe because I came up in the 90s, them 90s R&B's with
man,
those
that
groups,
90 was wow. I mean, he had a
they
lot of
were
good groups back then, right? You
yes.
like I said, you had the of course UNV, you had Drew Hill, you had Silk, man, who else? Jagged Edge,
Portrait.
oh man, oh,
It
Portrait,
can't
yeah. Oh, I forgot about Portrait was hot.
yes.
Yeah.
What was my other one? Mint
You had Mint
Condition.
Condition, Jodeci,
Yep.
Boys
And
to
of course,
Men.
yes, we can't forget Boys to Men.
Can't
You
forget
had
them.
Blackstone. You had Jeanne. You had Jade. Even though there was one hit wonders, they could sing. You had Total.
Right.
You had you
And
said Drew
Escape,
Hill,
SWB.
Escape,
That's
Level
right.
yeah.
2.
Christopher
Yeah.
Williams,
We could
John
just
B.
we could just keep going.
Right.
We
It's
could.
so,
That was the bombs. Mint Condition was
right.
my group. I
Oh, they
still
were
love me
man.
some Mint Condition.
Same.
But thank you for joining our platform with us today. We appreciate you giving us your
Man.
time today.
Thank you guys. Thanks for having
And
me.
my mother, not better than Motown. Okay,
No.
Mom.
Oh yeah, and we can't argue with mom.
No, we
Right.
cannot. So, Erika, what's the icebreaker today?
So the icebreaker is staying in the theme of music. I want to know if you had to pick one song to be your theme music when you walked into a room, what would the song be playing behind you?
Very interesting. Byron, we'll
Yes,
let you
sir.
go first since you're the
Oh
guest.
yeah. Oh, you gonna let me go first? All right. I mean, once upon a time it would have been Return to the Mac, but that ain't me no more.
Okay.
But hey, but like I said, I love, like I was explaining to you guys, I love God, and Jesus. He's just the center of my whole life. So definitely Jesus is the center of my joy. I love that song.
Okay. That's what's up. What about you, Miss Erika?
Mine ain't saved at all. I love Jesus though.
Oh no,
But
I got you. I got
I
you.
have one, I have a new song every like 10 years or so. It's
Mm-hmm.
like
Okay.
I can relate.
generation, you gotta update it based off of how you feel and what's going on within yourself.
Yeah.
So my current song is Good as Hell by Lizzo. That's my
Oh
vibe.
yeah.
Yeah.
Lizzo have a lot of she got a lot of anthems songs.
Yeah.
I love me some Lizzo. So
Yeah, me
yeah,
too.
I'm almost gonna ride with you on anything with
Yeah.
Lizzo because she's such a motivator. You know what I'm saying?
She
She's
is.
my
You
sister,
listen to her when you put your makeup on. It
man,
gets you going.
it really gets you going. My sister say Mary J just
That's
fine.
fine.
Oh,
That's a
that's a
good
good
one
one.
too,
That's a
because
good
That's a
one.
that beat,
good one.
That's a
yeah, I
good one.
love that
But
beat.
the bad thing is like it's such a good song that as the fellas you can't listen to when you driving or you getting ready. Like it's the perfect song for ladies, but you can't be a dude like nah man. That's all. Next thing you know,
Woo! But that is a good one
Right.
though. So
It is.
Rachel says "Remember the Time" by Michael Jackson. That's
Oh,
a good one
that's
too.
a good one.
Mhm.
That's a
That's a
good one.
great. Oh yeah. Anything with Mike.
Yes. What about you, Vern?
my theme song would be Voodoo Child by Jimi Hendrix.
Voodoo Child by Jimi Hendrix. I don't think I know that one, but
Oh, you know it if you heard the intro. It's one of the best intros. Jimi Hendrix is well, as much as it pains me to say, he's my favorite guitarist of all time.
okay.
So that song, like you hear the entrance, is how I feel like I walk into a room because I feel like I can stand next to a mountain and I can chop it down with the edge of my hand. I can
Okay.
pick up all the pieces, make an island, and I might even raise a little sand.
Okay. I feel you.
Okay.
We
So
just
when
we
you
went
Good.
there.
That's
So when
good.
you
Just
get a
looking at
chance to
Byron's
listen to
poetic
Voodoo-
book.
if you listen to Voodoo Child, like before you get ready, I guarantee you might kick down the door or throw something. You're gonna feel like you're ready to fight with Voodoo Child. It's a
Okay.
good song.
I feel you. I feel you.
Nice. Nice.
So I have a few of them. My one is if we're gonna do a Bible one, a biblical one, or a gospel, I should say. Everybody know I play it on repeat over and over. It's a song "Look at God," "Look at God" by Corinne. Whatever,
good.
I love that song.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But
I like
since
that.
I just had my 50th birthday party and I wanted my entrance song to be "So Fine, So Fine, Blow Your Mind," so that's my jam, right? Because I love the beat when it come in.
that's a
It
good
be
one.
that beat when it drop. Like it's
Right.
just
Mhm.
the best song ever. So that would probably be one of mine. I know y'all would probably think that I would have picked Eminem because everybody know how I'm not gonna use the word obsessed.
Ooh.
Yeah, I love me some Eminem, okay. So
Keep
right
on
now,
go.
girl, as much as I post about Eminem, they told me I was crazy, but I don't care what they say. I don't
I think
care.
he's phenomenal.
Listen, I like Eminem so much. My friend, she photoshops me in a picture with him. Like and she was like, and so every year I post it, and then I'll say, "Yeah, we still together. Stop hating," or something like.
That's funny. That's funny.
So I love me some Eminem, but I really do love his Houdini song. So I know it's kind of got the old school, old flair. Don't go there, Vern.
You actually liked Houdini.
I love that song. Not Houdini, the music group, the song by Eminem called
I
Houdini.
know the song Houdini. When I first heard it, I was scared of the album upcoming. I'm like, oh, he making this album for the others. But
no, he definitely. I'm not gonna lie, because even the title of the song, of the album, I'm like, I can't get with that title.
As great as Marshall is, he knows who buys the albums, and eventually, after he make a couple hip hop albums in a row, he was like, all right, let me go across Orchard Lake Road and
right.
go to the studio. But the song that he made with LL Cool J,
yeah,
that one, I'm like, yeah, this album might be dope, but it's gonna have some of the others on there. There's gonna be some unseasoned food on that album.
I kind of wish he wouldn't have labeled it but it is what it is. Anyway, today we're gonna talk about lyrics and what were people talking about. What were they talking about? So we got some songs coming up. Everybody have their list of, and if you guys can think of some songs that people were actually singing about, and then you learn later in life, like that's what they were talking about, or I had no clue. I'm gonna start off first with the song by Shaka Khan, because I love me some Shaka Khan, okay? And do you remember everybody singing Sweet Thing?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's my jam.
I didn't know she was the other woman in this song. And so all that time, I think as a kid, this song is just fire, okay? The beat is just fire. The Shaka Khan is just fire, okay? But one day I was sitting, she was like, I wish I was your lover, but you act so undercover. I'm like, wait a minute, she the other woman? So I hit the playback button, and I was like, she the other woman? I'm not learning this until I was in my 30s, y'all. That just goes to show you that you can hear songs and sing them over and over and not even really listen to the song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not really even sure what you singing about, really.
Yeah.
You know, and we singing this stuff all the time.
Yeah, because I thought it was just a love song.
Right.
Like, no, she is in love, but he got somebody else.
Correct. With the wrong person.
Exactly.
Right.
Okay, so
Yep.
y'all got one. Byron, what's one of yours?
So one of mine is so this song I think was like an anthem song, like for women, right? Now
Okay.
and it originates from Shaka Khan,
Okay.
just like you were talking about. So you guys remember this because Whitney Houston invited CeCe Winans
I
to
remember
sing
that.
on on the song "I'm Every Woman,"
Yeah.
right? But she didn't want to because of the lyrics said something to the effect, "I can cast a spell."
Yep. I remember
Mm-hmm.
that.
You remember talking about casting a spell?
Mm-hmm.
Make a special brew,
Yep.
put a fire inside of you.
Inside of you.
Wow, I had
Yeah,
no
Was
idea.
she saying brew?
Yeah. She said
yeah, yes. It says put a
put a
special
special
brew,
brew, put
put a
fire
fire
inside of
inside
you.
of you, and
Oh my God.
then when it
Oh,
says
Whitney
let
was off
go.
that voodoo.
Or by
And
voodoo, right? So, and talking about feel danger and fear.
yep.
If you feel danger and fear, instantly I will appear.
I'll appear. Yep. Because
But
I'm every
so,
woman.
'cause I'm
That's
every woman.
exactly what that song said. I remember that.
You remember
What?
that? Yes. So I'm like, but women all over. I mean, and like you
Oh
grooving
my
to it, you
God.
dipping, and I'm everyone.
So
You know
we're
what I'm saying?
chanting, and when you say those things in the beginning of those songs, what people don't realize, because the devil is so in a lack of a better way of putting it, clever, because he's really not that clever. He hide it in the song. So you're
On the
chanting
lyrics.
those things when you say it,
Yes.
and people don't realize that.
So you saying
Um,
she had invited CeCe to sing background vocals or just be on the song?
I believe, not if I
she
remember
actually,
correctly.
she actually
No, go
invited
ahead.
her to be on the
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
And Cece declined. She said, I ain't casting no spell for
CeCe
nothing.
said,
Casting.
"No, sir,
No,
you're not gonna
I ain't
catch me
casting no
casting no
spells
spell."
on
Hey, you're
nobody.
not gonna mess up my
So,
brand.
Right.
You're not about to do it. And let me read this one. I didn't know Cloud Nine by the Temptations was about getting high on drugs.
yeah, that's a good one.
My mama was
That's a
she
good
was
one.
so
That's a
innocent.
good one. Yep,
I was
that's
shocked when
true.
It
I
was
That's
found
true.
out.
it was a
That's
whole lot of
right.
songs during that time
Yep.
That's
frame that
right.
I was about to
That's
say.
The
right.
music
That's
was
a
so good.
yes.
Could you
That's
imagine
good.
your mother talking to a hooligan back in the day and she didn't know what she was saying?
Oh, I could just imagine my mother. My
Hey,
mother be like,
mister, you want to go to Cloud
exactly, because
Nine? I'm not
you know how
going to
prim and proper my mom is, Vern, right?
Right.
Oh, what? Cloud Nine? He said he was
Cloud
on Cloud
Nine?
Nine for
Oh,
me.
that sounds groovy.
Because I no look, I was oblivious. I had no clue
I had no idea.
that's what
Yes,
they were
it's
what they I'm
crazy.
just cloud nine. No, we just again that's one of those songs you just grooving to, you singing, it's the beat, but you had no idea they talking about getting high, but that's all they did back then.
That's all they did. Get
Yep.
high, get high.
Get high. So
Erica, what's one of
wow.
yours?
So I'm gonna bring you a little bit more current.
Okay.
Amen.
Okay.
Song by Usher
Mm-hmm.
called
Mm.
Good Kisser.
Mm.
Mm.
Have y'all heard that song?
I have, but I've never paid
I'm
attention to the
such a
words.
good kisser. He said, got lipstick on my leg. I didn't know that until like a couple weeks ago. I said,
He
so
said, I'm such a
he
good kisser, though.
no, he said she's a good kisser.
Oh, he got lipstick on his leg.
Uh-huh. And I was
Wow.
thinking he was like, oh, I love her. We just be making out and I like how she fit. No, no, no.
No,
He was
he
talking
talking
about
about
the fellatio.
That's a
Mm-hmm.
marriage. That's a marriage conference song.
Wow.
I went back. I'm actually in a book club. At the book club, the girl
Wow.
was like, I heard my daughter listen to Good Kiss. I told her to turn it off. And I was like, why? That's not a bad
Oh, okay.
song. And she was
Right.
like, you ain't never heard the words to that song. And I'm like,
man.
I know the words to the song. And she was like, no, you don't.
I never listened to that. I never listened to that.
Yeah, you don't even, it's so
Whoa.
clever. You don't even realize it. But now that you know it, go back and listen to it. You'll be like, well, wait a minute. Is that and you'll just be offended. And then you're gonna keep
Man,
listening to it. So don't get
that
in the
is
cycle.
crazy. What about you,
Wow.
Vern?
So my first song, of course, comes from the GOAT. I used to sing Seven by Prince all the time when I was younger.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Had no idea. Oh, Sevens in Washington Fall, We'll smoke them all with an intellect and a savoir faire. The only place we'll conquer all with love in the universe that will never compare. I am yours, you are mine, and together through all space and time, and we will love through all space and time. So
Okay.
one of the verses, like verse 2, like a lot of Prince's music give me confidence that when I get to heaven, I know he's going to be part of praise and worship, because he was definitely. So like that praise and worship section is going to be Aretha, Prince, James Brown, Lou Rawls. It's going to be dope. So
Man,
he has a verse where he says, and we will see a plague and a river of blood, and every evil soul will surely die in spite of their 7 tears. But do not fear, for in the distance, 12 souls from now, you and me, we will still be here. We will still be here. There will be a new city with streets of gold. The young, so educated, they never grow old. And there will be no death. And with every breath, the voice of many colors sing a song that's so bold. Sing it while we watch them fall. If that don't,
in the Revelations?
that's what I'm saying. If
Right, right.
in the end times, because the 7 he's talking about is the 7 sins. So
Right.
oh
like
wow.
he said,
Yeah,
I see 12 souls in the distance. The 12 tribes. Who was coming? Listen, Prince on that song 7. When it is all end time prophecy from verse 1, 2, and 3, and the chorus is all end time prophecy. And he was talking about ruling and reigning after the Lord comes back, because he's talking about the 7 sins. We're going to smoke them all. After that, we're going to love through all space and time.
That's deep. That's pretty deep.
Very interesting.
He should have changed his name to Prophet Prince, because that's what he was doing, prophesying.
Yeah, absolutely.
He should have.
So in the first verse, real quick, he was saying, and I saw an angel come down unto me. In her hand, she holds the very key, words of compassion, words of peace, and in the distant, an army's marching feet. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. But behold, we will watch them fall, and we lay down on the sands of the sea, and before animosity will stand and decree that we speak not of love, but only blasphemy, and in the distance 6 others will curse me. But that's okay.
Wow.
We'll watch them fall.
We will watch them fall. So he was just singing straight Revelation.
Yeah,
like
because
Erika
how many heads on the beast that are there supposed to be? 7. So he said the person that's going to decree in the Antichrist, there are going to be 6 others that curse with me. So he's talking about the 7-headed beast at the end of Revelation that's supposed to bring. See what I'm talking about? Y'all.
So is Prince sanctified? Like, we need to know.
Was
it?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Well, like he made it in.
That's interesting.
Well,
he started off as a Jehovah's Witness, but he still confessed Jesus Christ and was definitely a believer.
Okay.
Because Keela, we talked about just the other day, right? The song that you made me aware of was that "I Would Die for You."
Yes,
he was actually talking about Christ, but all the time I was thinking to myself,
he was. I'm sure Vern got the lyrics, but what were you saying all this time? You were thinking what, Byron?
I was thinking that he was talking about, maybe, somebody, a girl that he loved or something,
right?
That that he would die for. But he was talking like you just made. I said, why? I never thought of that like that. But but now that I had to go back and take a look, I said, wow.
He was talking about. What did he say, Vern?
I'm not your lover. I'm not your friend. I am something you will never comprehend. You don't have to worry. You don't have to cry. I'm your Messiah, and you're the reason why. Why did Jesus come back? Because
I will die for you.
I would die for you.
I will die for you.
You're just a sinner, I am told. Be your fire when you're cold. Make you happy when you're sad. Make you good when you are bad.
Wow.
I am not human. I am a dove. I'm your conscience. I am love. All I really need is that you All I really need to know is that you believe. Man, come on.
Man,
Yeah.
Prince was singing, and
I
everybody,
had no idea.
yeah, and everybody in the club, I will die for. They were singing gospel
And they was
songs.
they was singing gospel.
Not
They
knowing
was
they
singing
need to get
gospel.
their souls clean.
They sold
They
together.
exactly. That's pretty deep. That's pretty deep. So
That was.
Rachel says, Erica, what Rachel say?
She said, as much as I love Incognito's song Deep Water, sung by Maja,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize the song
Mason.
kept me depressed about love. Deep,
Yeah.
and the song is the lyrics are deep waters, I'm falling. Deep waters got me drowning. Thank God I've been delivered.
That's a good one.
That's a
That's
good
a
one.
good one. That's a good one.
You know,
Wow.
that's interesting because that's a reason why I stopped
Yes.
listening to Phyllis Hyman, because Phyllis Hyman really kept me so depressed. Like everything she sung about was, I'm living in confusion. Why'd you leave me? I don't want to live this life alone. And so one day I just started thinking about it, and I'm like, this lady is like how I said Billie Eilish. I just want to jump off a bridge.
She was.
And I'm like,
She was a depressed person.
she was
Yeah.
a depressed person. So
As much
I
as
had to stop listening to that.
Yeah.
As much as I love him, he's my favorite MC. Biggie has a song called Suicidal Thoughts, where at the first 8 bars is, when I die, I want to go to hell. I'm a piece of trash. It's not hard to tell. It don't make sense going to heaven with the goody goodies dressed in white. I like black Timbs and black hoodies. God will probably have me on some real strict stuff. And you used to think that like, them is bars, and I'm thinking it.
Like,
I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
These ain't bars.
These ain't bars.
They bars, but they bars to set you up, which is what we talk about, watching what you allow to come into your spirit. You know what I'm saying? Because you're saying these things without noticing. And then and Aaron Sean is right. Phyllis Hyman did commit
she committed
suicide, and I really, she had a spirit on her music to me.
Yeah.
And one day my mom was like, you know, you're a kid, you just playing music or whatever, because I don't know why I was a kid playing on my Smurf album record player, close the door, let me rub your back where you say it, sort of like, a kid. But one day I'm singing Phyllis Hyman, and it's like, seem like I'm always going through changes, living in confusion. And my mom was like, would you stop singing that? Like, you just keep telling yourself you living in confusion over and over. I didn't think about it as a young person. She was like, stop singing that, because that's what you gonna have. That's what you gonna be. But for me, I'm a Chris Brown fan, right? I love me some Chris Brown.
Me too.
I love him.
Did you go to the concert?
I didn't, but I love to see Chris Brown dance. I love to hear him sing. I love to see him act. I don't care what they say about his past. I'm forgiving him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. But and some of his songs, because of the production or producers, when they put their stamps on things, they have to say stuff before they sing some of their songs, right? So some of the songs in the beginning, it would be like, and I pulled these lyrics up on purpose so I can remember. Before I die tonight, hopefully, you know, he said what he wanted to do to the girl. Hopefully we don't have no babies. I don't even want to go back home. Hopefully I don't leave you on your own. And this is a chant that he say before the song. And then the beat comes in, and it's the No Guidance song, because I love the No Guidance song. And so one day that voice that's right before it is kind of inaudible. I was like, what are they saying? So I backed up. And I'm like, before I die tonight, no, I'm not singing that, because it's an inaudible. It's inaudible. So you really can't make it out. But when you go and look up the lyrics, it tell you exactly what it says. So those are constantly playing. Every time you play that song, that is what you're playing before the song starts. And I'm like, man, Chris Brown, why y'all got to be out here doing this? Because I love No Guidance. I need to chop that part off.
No Guidance is one of the best songs ever created on this earth.
Yes.
That's a lot coming from you, Byron.
That's a
No
change.
Guidance. Well, yeah, it's sad that I can't listen to it no more because Drake is on it. So
yeah, well,
I say
L's
y'all
this
was
year.
taking $1,000 pictures for Chris Brown. Now I ain't going that far because I ain't giving
Just
no
have
money.
regular seats this time, Pastor Child. Regular seats.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay. Look, I had to throw this in there real quick. Is there any artist or any celebrity, let's say they're on tour, that you would consider paying $1,000 to take a picture with?
Nobody.
Nobody.
I can't think of nobody.
Nobody I can think of.
Cause I don't, and don't get me wrong, Eminem, I would love to meet him, but I ain't giving Eminem no $1,000. Dude, you should be giving
$1,000?
me 1,000. You ain't got money.
Now,
You know what I'm saying?
when he was alive, rest in peace to the GOAT. If I had it, I'd pay $1,000 to take a picture with Kobe all day.
Yeah, I would have too.
I would
Would
pay
you pay
$1,000.
it? Would you pay that knowing what you know now, or would you pay that before?
Oh no,
Period?
just before period.
Okay.
I'm a huge fan.
I'd have paid it starting in about 02.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe I would put a down payment on it, maybe. But I don't know if I would pay off the balance. The creditors might have to come for me for the rest of it. What's the down payment?
Oh,
But
down payment on it.
Vern went real deep with the Prince thing, so none of what I got left is gonna even stand up to that. But anyway, I know because he went real deep. We should have saved Prince for last, but the show must go on. But another song, Marsha Ambrosius song, "Far Away." I remember singing that song and thinking that it was about just to love you so far away, and every minute you're gone, I'm missing you, baby. And then to come and find out, she was singing about a friend that had committed suicide. And I was like, what? Then I started really listening to the lyrics, and like, I came home, the cops had noticed, you was inside of a room. And I'm thinking, oh gosh, this warped it just changed the whole meaning of the song for me. I did not know that. Byron, what's your other one?
Oh, another one that I was thinking. So, and people, and this was a huge song, right? A huge song, a crossover song, and it was by you guys heard the group U2. You guys remember that song that they had called "Every Breath You Take"?
Yes.
You remember that? So
Yeah.
to me, that that song to me is what I got is sounds like it's actually talking almost about like you stalking somebody,
right?
Like
it is.
Yeah. So
that's exactly what it's like.
Break
every breath you take, every move you make,
every
step
bow
you take,
you break,
I'll be watching you.
Yeah,
it was a song actually written to his ex-wife.
What?
Wow.
You crazy,
See, I didn't even know. Now that part, I didn't even realize that part that you just brought up, kid. Yeah, but so
that's
I'm like,
crazy.
I was just reading the lyrics to the song. I was like, well, this song it's talking about a stalker on this
Which
song,
is
right?
what my daughter told me about the how we were talking off the grid about the Lionel Richie song, about it being hello, is it me you're looking for? What I just read the lyrics to. He say, I watch you walk past. Oh, I see you. In my dreams, I've kissed you 1,000 times. Something I watched you walk past my door. Hello, is it me you're looking for? My daughter was like, "Man, that is a stalker song." I'm like, I will never look at this song and sing.
Yeah.
Speaking
but I
of,
mean, no, go ahead, Burn. Sorry.
Go ahead, finish.
No, I was just saying, like, so like people are just singing these songs and and again, like we was talking about, like not really understanding, what, because we talk about like, words and stuff that you put out in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's so powerful, man, and we have to be real careful and conscious of, stuff that we're letting to our eye gates, ear gates, all that stuff. So
Which makes me think about the scripture, which is Matthew 12:34, that say, for out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. And so when you are putting that in, that is what's going to come out. And sometimes you don't even realize it. Because I know I got some jams that sometimes it'll flip a switch and I'll be like, dang, she was going off. You know what I'm saying? Like, if anybody listen to it, because I still love her and no judgment. And if you do, I don't even care. But Jasmine Sullivan, like some of her stuff, I love me some Jasmine Sullivan, but that girl, she needs some medicine. You know what I'm saying? It's like I can't listen to too much of that because I'm gonna be riding out with some gloves on listening to Jasmine. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Right.
So I have to turn her off. But she is
Jasmine speaks to the old you.
yes, Jasmine speaks to the old me. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, what did Sean
So
say,
Sean
Erika?
said, "Did y'all hear the story about the Color Me Bad song back in the day? What song?
Mm-mm.
What song?
What song was that, Sean?
Sex you up.
I wanna
Go.
set you up. I
Take
don't
it
know.
easy.
Mm-hmm.
Take it easy."
Yeah, I guess I better. Yeah, erase that.
So real quick, I had since you brought up U2, I had to bring up Phil Collins in the air tonight. Like I
Oh
had no
yeah.
idea about that song that he wrote it about his ex-wife. So I'm like,
Mhm.
let me go back to the lyrics, and everybody already knows the famous lyrics. Like, if I saw you drowning,
Yep.
I wouldn't even give you a hand. I'm like, what went on in that divorce? That is
Man,
pure pain.
Wow.
that is crazy because
That
this is
is.
my thing. You know how callous you gotta be to see somebody hurting and just let them.
And just
I don't
let them
care
go.
how
Yeah.
mad I am. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Crazy.
So he said, he was like, I feel it coming in the air tonight. Hold on. Yeah, if I saw you drowning, I wouldn't lend a hand. I've seen your face before, my friend, but I don't know if you know who I am. Well, I was there and I saw what you did. I saw with my own two eyes, so you can wipe off that gun. I know where you've been. It's
Mm.
all in a pack of lies. So
Wow.
I wonder
Wow.
what he saw, and I wonder what
What
he's talking about
what did he see last summer?
to make him say that if I saw you in the middle of the ocean drowning and I was on a boat, I
I
would
will
float
lend.
by eating shrimp scampi and not give you a hand. That is some pain and some hate.
That's some hate.
Sound,
right.
He
sound
hates
like they
your
Hate
reopened the
pain.
Yeah,
investigation after that.
he hates
exactly.
your
He
guts.
hates your guts. Do you
He
hear me?
hates you.
He hates your
Like
guts.
real
So
bad.
Erica Sean answers your question.
The minister came
Minister
on.
came on and said the singer was possessed by a demon and had to be delivered.
Oh
Oh, so
man,
it's a lot of that going on.
yes,
Right.
I
One
really
of the singers from
believe.
Color Me Bad had to be. Oh, I remember that. And my man, that it was not too
Wow.
long after the group broke up because one of them, I forgot which one, was on some weird mental stuff, and that's why they only had that one hit. I
Mm,
remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
crazy. But you know what?
You got to watch it for R&B singers.
Sometimes, but I'm gonna tell you, and from knowing people that are in the music industry, you know, behind the scenes and some of the things that they say, you know, it, it's almost like the people that they really make they sacrifice some stuff, you know, just from what you hear and learn. And so people are thinking that the groups that didn't make it, oh, they just didn't have the right management or they didn't have, no, they didn't settle for some of the
Mm-hmm.
stuff
That's
behind the scenes. And they
Yeah.
decided to go on with a normal life. I mean, what about you, Byron? You were in that industry. You don't have to tell us all of this stuff, but do you agree with that?
I agree with that 100%. Just from even like me still knowing people that are in the industry, and
Mm-hmm.
some of us know from some of the stories that I've been told. For instance, I think I talked to you about a friend of mine, Tony Rich, that's out in the
Mm-hmm.
industry, and he told me he saw some things when he got into the industry that he just told me basically that, hey man, this ain't everything you think it is. It was really, it was no, it was really, it was some crazy stuff, man. Like, people who, people that we all have admired and just looked up to, and you find out they got these secret lives and things that they're doing just to get to where they are. It's amazing.
I can
Yeah.
just imagine.
And it's been so much stuff lately that's been coming out about those who have participated in the music industry and what they've had to do to get the success that they have
Mm-hmm.
obtained. Like it's really, really scary when you
It
think of
is.
it in the entire context of it. Like people are giving up their children. I watched a Netflix documentary on like did the Disney kids, and
Mm-hmm.
people were literally selling their children to the industry,
It was
for
bad. That's
careers.
bad. Yeah.
And you hear the stories about the girls who were with R. Kelly that were underage, like their parents were signing over the guardianship to those kids, and because they wanted their children to have careers and be famous and make money, and have that money come home to the family.
And
So
Yep.
it's so
yeah,
sad because it's literally like, I know it's cliche what people say, but selling your soul.
yeah,
And so they sign over their life to stay at a certain level. And then a lot of those kids sometimes turn out to be
yeah. They don't
drug
recover from
addicts.
it.
They don't, yeah,
Yeah.
molested, just
Mm-hmm.
take their innocence taken away from them so young. It's just,
Mm-hmm.
it really is sad. It really is.
I think that
Yeah.
there is. I used to think that some of that stuff was not as deep, and people are trolling and looking to
Mm-hmm.
find hidden meanings in this, and just being all super crazy. Until I start noticing some signs and looking at some different videos, and like after a while, when people start compiling a certain stuff, you look at it like
Maybe
it's
there's some truth to
kind
this.
of
Everybody can't be lying.
yeah. Everybody can't.
Everybody not lying. Right.
Like they
Everybody not
showed
lying.
the
Right.
transition of Doja Cat and the
Oh
stuff
my.
she went through.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I
She
used to
another one.
love me some Doja Cat.
Uh,
When I tell you I was so disappointed and disheartened by that, I was like, wow. And then they're so open with it.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
it's they're so open, but yet so subtle. Like
mhm.
my man, Sam, what's his name? Sam Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes.
He's another one. Lil Uzi Vert. Like this stuff. Like when you really and I'm gonna be honest. Like I struggle with it a lot because I love hip hop so much to my core. It's been a struggle for forever, but to really break things down and realize that you know there's some hard facts that Satan was the minister of music, and it
Mhm.
is one of his favorite tools. Because, like Byron said, the words that you put out there, it's like, man, I got to retract so much or not say what I used to say. It's like, dang, why am I listening to some of this stuff? Like some of,
Mhm.
like, I just can't do no more. I just can't listen to certain things, and especially at this age, just certain stuff just doesn't speak to me. And then you realize, like, you really are. Um, spewing is like you're spewing death with some of the stuff you say.
No, literally.
Just not just music, but the entertainment, what you see is like I just can't be a party to it because it's the little stuff that you know turns into bigger stuff. Next thing you know, you're singing a song about spells, then it's cool little Harry Potter. Next thing you know, your kids want a magic kit, and then next thing you know, they burying your eyeglasses in the backyard with some pig's blood, trying to get some.
Man,
I mean, but as funny as that is, I mean, you really
but
don't
it's so
know
true.
what you're
Yeah.
allowing to come into your home when you are singing these
Mm-hmm.
things over and over because it literally is like a chant and people don't look at it as like that. But when you're
Mm-hmm.
constantly saying those things over and over, you're chanting those things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even though there was an argument on Facebook one time about do music have influence on you. Now, for me, yes, because if I'm feeling a certain kind of way, I'm putting on a certain music. It makes the mood. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you could be in a party and be like, "Why are you playing this? I mean, they need to change it. The DJ, what's wrong with the DJ? He's terrible." So
Mm-hmm.
clearly, music has an effect on people.
Powerful.
So how do you feel? Do you agree or disagree with that?
That music is powerful. Just because so me and my wife and I, we were just in Las Vegas probably about a couple of weeks ago, right? And we went to this show, and it was a Michael Jackson tribute that they had there,
Mm-hmm.
right? And man, I mean, we it was a gentleman that was sitting next to me, grown man, and they just started playing certain Michael Jackson songs. This dude just literally was just bawling and just crying and just like talking about how much he loves Michael and all of it. I mean, but you know what I'm saying, but it's so powerful. I mean,
Yes.
it
Yeah.
was just 'cause like almost like, and then I'm looking around and certain other people, and it's like they were like in a trance.
Yeah, I believe
It,
that people be in a trance sometimes.
I
I
was
Hmm.
like,
mean,
wow,
I'm
you,
laughing, but I really do believe that
but it's
people.
Yeah.
but music is powerful. You know, that's like again, that's why and I'm glad that we're having this conversation because again, I mean, I hope that we heighten everyone's awareness of certain things that we're listening to and that we're allowing into our homes and to our ear gates and to our kids' ear gates and stuff like that. We know we need to monitor what they're listening to as well.
Yeah.
He
And
said,
I,
"I'm
and
not
I
crying."
think
He said, "Come on, man, I'm not crying over no dude."
Dude, singing fast. I know, and that's what makes me really believe that they are in a trance because
yeah.
why you crying like that?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
That's
that's some
what I was
weird
thinking.
mess
I
to
was
me.
thinking like, wow.
Mike
I was
wasn't
Yeah.
like,
even
But
on
wow, man.
Mike wasn't even on stage dancing. He was doing nothing but standing there and had people that I
Right.
mean, it was so many
Passing
paramedics
out.
carrying people
hmm
away, passing out
Right.
at this white
Yeah.
woman.
Yeah.
At this
Right.
white woman.
Oh yeah, that's when he had made the transition when he was overseas.
But you know what's so crazy is my daughter when Michael Jackson died. Because how long it's been? I know she had to be like 7,
Like
maybe.
2009 is
Yeah, she
when
was
he
like
passed
about
away.
7,
Somewhere around
right?
there. Yeah.
6, so she would have been 6. So that's about to go. And she looks, and they had announced that Michael Jackson had died on the TV, and she was like, "Mom, the white Michael Jackson died."
That's
It's
hilarious.
only one Michael Jackson.
It's the white language.
I think that's a very good observation, Mel.
She did. She was like
Very,
6. She
very,
was 6 years old. She was
very.
like, "The white Michael Jackson died, Ma." I was like, "What?" I said, "Well, Michael Jackson's only one person." She was like, "No, it's a black Michael Jackson and a white Michael Jackson." But
That
Erica,
man,
you
that's
look like
funny.
you were about to make a
That's
point.
Oh yeah, so I was just saying that I was a lot like Vern when it came to music, where it was just very much like, oh, it's not that serious. You can listen to other stuff and it's fine. And I think that it was when I had kids that my
Mm.
spiritual senses kind of went up a little bit, and you start kind of like listening to the words a little bit more
Mm-hmm.
because they're so
Yeah.
young and they're so impressionable. And it was really, after I had my children, that it was like I started paying attention to what was really going on. Like we got preached to a lot about music, but they were
Right.
completely wrong about what
Exactly.
they were saying
Exactly.
because, and I think it's too because in the industry stuff is just a lot more evident now. It was very
Mhm.
well hidden,
It was
and
subtle. It was very
yeah,
subtle.
but with the internet and all this information being available to you, you can research this stuff and go down your TikTok rabbit holes, if you will, and your conspiracy theories and whatever.
Girl, and it's all
Yeah,
right there at your
more.
fingertips. Yeah.
Yeah, yep.
So I mean, look at um the music that our kids listen to now and
It's trash.
our people and what is geared towards us. Even when we were younger, think about the artists that made a lot of sense, that talked about more than just guns and drugs and
Mhm.
never went platinum.
Yep.
Those artists that
Yep.
exist nowadays are so pushed to the back where these industry execs are only signing trash because they know what we crave. I mean, they
Mm-hmm.
know what is consumable and what we want to feed, and that
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
is the
Yeah.
insatiable,
Yeah.
all the crazy stuff. I mean, some of the stuff I hear nowadays, especially. Okay, I'm gonna be real. What I call it, I call it horror rap. What is currently going on and what's said.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
all you know is the sexy reds and all
Mhm.
these. It's one after another. But
Yep.
Crazy.
somebody like Rhapsody, who keeps her clothes on, who's a
Exactly.
dope MC that you will
Mhm.
never
You
hear
don't
about
hear
on
about
the
her.
You'll
That's
never
scale
hear.
true.
You'll never hear
of
about
horror
it.
rap, and that because that's all people want to hear and think is cute and cool. and think it's funny. You got kids at daycare rapping as trash. Like,
And go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's it. Yeah, I'm just saying what's important. Like I used to tell people when I was serving with the youth and kids, like do pot or back in the day, I was about to date myself. Do what do you call them? What are they? The pods, the the MP3s they used to come out.
Oh yeah, the
iPods.
Yeah, do an iPod check or do a phone check and see what your kids are listening to and really break down the lyrics and what they are repeating. Don't let them lock their phone. No, get in their headphones and know what they're listening to. Because some of this stuff, boy.
Man, I stayed on my daughter, so she already know. Because I'm like, what are you listening to? And just even when she was working out not too long ago, she got her music on while she's running and on the treadmill, but all I can hear is the chorus part she's singing. So I don't hear any music. It's like, I'm a jerk. I'm a jerk. I'm a jerk. So I was like, why you keep saying you a jerk? She was like, oh, he's talking about the jerk, the dance. And I'm like, I don't like the way that sounds. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, stop saying that.
But you know what I've noticed is that the generations kind of take over whatever the music is that's popular. So like if you go back to the 90s, it was R&B and it was all about love and all the stuff. That's when everybody was having kids and it was babies everywhere. And, you know what I'm saying? True. Everybody was out of wedlock getting it in. And then, we moved to the 2000s, which was the crunk era. And then everybody got angry. And you're like, what's wrong? Well, nothing happened. Well, calm down. And now it's the, whatever they're doing now, it doesn't even make sense. But now when you talk to these kids, what they're saying also does not make sense. You're like, can you construct a sentence for me, please?
Exactly. Right.
So music has a lot of influence in that way too.
What'd she say, Erika?
Yeah, so Mama Doris said, I'm going to make a slight switch now. Music is so powerful. I've been in services at church where the pastor has had an altar call after the praise team ministered and people got saved. This was done after music. Yes. It'll change the atmosphere.
Man, absolutely. And I'm going to tell you, it definitely will. Yes. And that's why, since she put us on the subject, because we kind of almost getting down to my time, we were talking about some of the gospel songs that are not biblically correct, or we were just singing because it's what we heard. Now that one Jacqueline Carr song that everybody loved, You Will Win. Y'all know that song? Everybody love that song. But when she gets to that one part that say, everything attached to me wins, I'm like, no, I ain't singing that part. Because I got some stuff I want to detach. And I don't want that to win. You know what I'm saying? Because she don't make it clear that I'm talking about everything that God put on me wins. So I don't sing that part. So when they get to that part, I skip over it and then I go back to singing. Because I'm like, no, everything attached to me don't win.
Right.
My homie just put me up on a song by the Clark sisters, and I know everybody should be up on the Clark sisters, but my musical history isn't that diverse in gospel, but it's a song called Victory, and there's a part in there where it was like, speak over your life, declare the word. It was just speaking the word the entire song, and it got me fired up. Like it's all I've been listening to for the last couple of days. And all right, Sean, I owe you one, buddy. Believe that. But yeah, it's something about the powerful words of a gospel song that it gets you anywhere right. You ever look out into people, the whole crowd of people singing that contemporary stuff where you don't know what the song is about. Somebody is on a pile of rocks,
right.
The ocean, like, oh, we glorify you. We love you so much. You're so good. Hallelujah.
I'm not gonna lie, I do miss the gospel songs when they were talking about the word. Like it's a lot of word I learned through a lot of gospel songs, like scriptures and all that stuff. And you like, oh, that's a scripture. They actually sung the word, not just inspirational and then add Jesus. They actually were singing the word, and I do miss that. And that's why I won't sing Tamala Mann's song, Take Me to the King, because I'm not ready to go yet. You know what I'm saying? I know she's talking about,
and that's all you think about when I song.
It sounds like a funeral song to me.
It's a funeral song.
And I'm like, so my mom friend was like, dang, I ain't never looked at it like that. I'm like, I know she's talking about she's tired, but to me, it was she's like, truth is, I'm tired.
I'm tired.
Options
Yeah,
are
right.
Options is
few.
few. Like, girl, is you saved or
I'm
not?
so
What
tried
is wrong?
now. Lord,
Then
where
she
are
said, I'm
you?
ready to
No,
go.
I'm not ready to go to the king yet.
Hey, hold
So-
on. I never thought about that.
I don't sing Take Me to the King.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, I can't. That's one I can't listen to.
Wait a minute, is
Yeah.
that a song about suicide?
I cannot listen to that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's why I can't get with it. Cause she like, tamed, I have nothing to bring. Well, yeah, I guess it's time to go home. You don't have no hope. You know what I'm saying?
Well, go home.
Go home, cause you ain't got nothing left down here. So,
Nothing
so
left.
I can't do Take Me to the King. I will not play that song. I will bypass that song every time it comes on.
I can't. That song makes me sad. It depresses me.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so Vern guys didn't know what Kumbaya mean.
No, I didn't.
Anybody in the audience in the chat knows what Kumbaya means? Anybody? Well, that song I hate because it just makes the hairs on my neck stand up. Come by here, Lord. You know what I'm saying? God is already here. You know,
Always with it.
Right.
He's already here. So anyway, I know we are coming down to the closing. I don't know if in 30 seconds, if you guys have one more song that you all had put on your list. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, mine was "Don't Take Your Joy" by Kirk Franklin.
Okay.
My mama used to hate that song so bad. It's like, why would the Lord take your joy and He's the giver of joy? Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, she would be like, don't play that in my house. Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
no worries.
We won't play that. What about you, Byron?
I don't have another one at this time.
Okay, Byron, you have another one?
Yeah, Amazing Grace. Hate it, despise it, will never sing it again.
What? Tell us why.
Come on now, you know what that's all about.
Amazing.
You know, every time I think of Amazing Grace, I feel like it's like the dogs that need shelter. Like they be on.
No, Amazing Grace was yeah.
Oh man.
So Rachel says the Baptist hymn, "Pass me not, O gentleman Savior, hear my humble cry, while on others thou art calling, do not pass me by." I hate that song. Yeah. You know what? That also makes me think of that one song. I'm going up a yonder. No, I'm not. And I'm not singing that at your funeral. And I'm not singing it nowhere because no. And I'm
not going nowhere right now.
No.
So the person who wrote Amazing Grace was one of the most evil and sadistic slave owners of all time, who claimed he had got saved and all that good stuff and whatnot, but still was one of the most torturous men in the world. So he wrote the song like Amazing Grace, like, even though I beat these Negroes and killing them, you still saved me with a wretch like me. Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel you on that one. I never even thought about Amazing Grace.
I never thought about it like that. But no, that's a good point. Very good.
But y'all know at the end of the show we give a challenge. Erika got 30 seconds to give everybody a challenge for this week.
So this week, I want everybody to consider changing the type of music that you listen to for 1 week and see if you feel better, if you, if your head is clear, any of those things, and then come back to the page and leave it on the Facebook page and let us know if you felt a difference this week in changing the music that you listen to gospel or inspirational music, and let's see how it changes your atmosphere.
Period. So
like
next,
I like
that. So Byron, we thank you for coming on to the podcast. Thank you, Byron. Thank you, Erika. I appreciate you all.
Enjoy being here today.
This was a great podcast.
Yeah. I challenge you to drink Dr. Pepper. It's the worst pop in the world.
I'm actually getting ready to go drink some when I get off this podcast.
We need to take Dr. Pepper down.
Don't hang up, guys.
Don't poison yourself. Don't drink Dr. Pepper.
So listen, everybody have an amazing week, and we'll see you next week.
See you
Bye,
next week.
guys.
Awesome.